Hello, if we could take a seat, please, so we're going to get started. Absolutely. Sit in the chair, sit where you like. If you're in the chairs, you're going to be asked questions. Welcome. What a exciting time for Moravian University and our athletic department. I'm Mary Beth Spurk, I'm the athletic director, and I'm very excited to be here and introduce our new head football coach. So I thought about where we would do this presentation, and Rocco Calvo Field obviously would make sense. Rocco is a icon here at Moravian, but Johnston Hall, he also coached basketball, so I thought of it when I was driving in that I think he would be pretty happy to have the introduction here in Johnston Hall as well, because he would often come out and shoot some hoops out here too. So it's fitting that we're here as well to honor him too. So I first want to of all thank the committee, the search committee. It was a tough time of the year. It was over the holidays and after the holidays, and the committee did a great job, so thank you. And actually the entire Moravian community. Again, it was tough timing, but we had everybody from all parts of the community help out in the search and the interview process, and I really want to thank you for taking your time and helping us through this process. It is such an exciting time for Moravian football. We're going to be joining the Landmark Conference, and we are going to do it with a young, new, energetic football coach, and I'm very excited to have you meet him, and I'm going to hand the program over to our president, Dr. Brian Grigsby.
So we are really excited about Josh coming on board. Moravian's about ready to enter the Landmark Conference, changing conferences for football. Many people have said, well, you won't be up against Johns Hopkins anymore, but we are up against Catholic. We are up against Susquehanna. I believe the Landmark will be as challenging of a conference as the Centennial Conference was. Is set a historic record in that two institutions won their conference this past year. Catholic won their football conference, and Susquehanna won the Centennial, and both are leaving to join the Landmark. So that demonstrates the depth and the potential that the Landmark Conference has. This was a deep search. When the committee came forth and said, we have 6 candidates, I'm like, really? You couldn't have narrowed this down to 3? And when I met all 6 candidates, I definitely saw what their challenge was looking at the incredible level of quality that was here in this pool of potential candidates. But I will tell you one thing that stuck out about Josh. Coming in with a plan, he had a big plan ready to go, and asking the question, how do you divide up your time? How do you make it so that everybody feels they're connected to the head coach? And he had one of the most interesting answers. I need to be in charge of special teams. Because if I'm in charge of special teams, every player feels like they got touched by the coach and talked to by the coach and coached by the head coach. That demonstrates student-centered, player-centered, and that's what Moravian's all about. So with that, I'd like to introduce Dave Givler, class of 2015, to come forth and give the announcement.
Just want to first thank everyone for being here today. This is a really exciting day for Moravian University and for the football program itself. As everyone has talked about, we had an extensive coaching search that took place over the last month and a half here, over 100 candidates. Coach Long, he stood out from day one with all these other great candidates that we brought in, continued to exceed our expectations. We're really excited for the things that he's going to do for this program. He has a great track record with his defense. I mean, they have done some wonderful things out there in Ohio. He's got a lot of local connections here in New Jersey, in the Lehigh Valley area. So we really think he's going to bring a lot to the table for us. There's going to be some very exciting things to come. And I hope all you guys get to spend some time with Coach Long, because he's going to be involved in the community, within the university. He's really ready to go. He's going to roll his sleeves up, and we're expecting nothing but the best. So with that, I'll introduce Coach Moravian, Coach Buckman.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. My name is Jeff Long, and I'm real excited to be your new head football coach here at Moravian. I want to start with some thank yous, because that is the most important thing. Is it's not here because of what I've done, but it's because of the people around me and the people of this place. First, I want to thank President Grigsby, for heading up this search, and Dr. Lloyd as well. It was great to connect with her and really get to, again, sink my teeth into what this place is all about. Athletic Director Spurk, it was awesome. We've connected. I feel really well, and I'm excited to learn from you and really the whole committee in general, the players, the alums. Dave Givler, Kurt Poling were two alums that were key pieces in it. Rebecca May, Bryn McNamara. It was great to get to meet the committee members, but also the faculty, the staff, right, that's been on campus. And we talked about what's going to take to do well here, right, to change. And it's going to take everybody pulling in the same direction. So it's been awesome to get to know this place, this process, and I'm really excited about it. And the players, right? That's my favorite part. If you guys who don't know me yet, I was a teacher first before I was a coach. That's what I went to school for. And every day that I get to spend with the players is a better day than the last, so that's really exciting. I want to thank the Moravian coaches as well. We had some great conversations in the search process. I'm excited to learn from all of you, because we're in this together, right? As an athletic department, we can do great things when we all pull in the same direction. I want to learn from you, and I want to have great ideas that I can contribute to your programs as well. To my wife, Brittany, my family, Brittany's my rock. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Everything I do, I put everything I have into it, and it's because of her support that I'm able to do that. Our daughter, Liliana, I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She's going to run around like crazy, and she's going to be the biggest Greyhound fan there is. So we're super excited to join the community here, and it's very exciting. My family, my parents, things like that. My parents have given me a ton of love and support on this journey, and they've supported me and made sure that they understood that while it wasn't the career choice that I initially intended, right, it's become a great one. So I'm thankful for them. Who am I as a person? The biggest thing that I want everyone to understand is I was a teacher first, and I am still a teacher first to this day. It's really important to me. And I'm passionate about it, teaching the game, teaching life lessons. The relationships we build with our student athletes will last forever, and my mantra that I believe in is, and I've said this in the interview, but it's the truth, I write it on my board every year before the season starts, is be someone everyone wants to go to war with, not just go to war for. Okay? There's a ton of leaders that you can talk about, okay, hey, I want to work for that guy. Well, I want to rather work with, because you can only work for to a certain point, and then it stops. But when you want to go to work or to war with somebody, That's when it's truly special. You can transcend what you can do as a group, and that's what I strive to be every day. And I'm not perfect at it, don't have all the answers, but I promise that's what I'm going to just try to do as your head football coach, to lead these young people and to give them an opportunity to be their best selves. I need to thank a few more people. I apologize, but I'd be remiss if I didn't. John Carroll University. I'd been there for 6 years. I met my wife out there. We started our family, and it's a beautiful place. And 3 coaches in particular, the head coaches I had there taught me a lot. Coach Fanati, Coach Nystrom, and now Coach Behrman, each taught me a different thing that I hope to take with me, in my journey now here to Moravian University. Coach Fanati taught me player relationships and how important they are, that their experience trumps everything that we do. And you have to have genuine care about their well-being and what they're going through in order to ask them to play this game, right? To do the things that we're going to ask them to do. From Coach Nystrom, our interim coach, I learned about organization and direction. He handled a transition that we dealt with at Carroll with extreme grace and professionalism, but I saw his organization and direction that rallied a group of young people and a staff to have a great season. And I respect that, and I want to take that with me wherever. And Coach Behrman, their new head coach, honesty and genuine care. In the short time that we got to meet, he treated me, with great respect, but also, great friendship, and was real excited for me in this opportunity. So wanted to thank them. And then a couple coaches who mentored me. The late Mike Donnelly, he was former head coach at Muhlenberg College. He got me into this racket, when I had a few injuries that ended my playing career. He said, "You're not done. You still have something left to give this game." And, I was teaching at the time, student teaching. He got me my first, high school interview, and then it's been there at Emmaus High School, and it's been from there. So, Duke, I hope you're happy, and I know you'll be rooting against me here soon, but I'm pretty excited to keep doing what you were trying to do just here at Moravian. Coach Trey Brown, who was the head coach at Wilkes, gave me my first college opportunity, taught me a ton of things, but the biggest thing he taught me again was just, one, don't change who you are. Be yourself. Be authentic. And Coach Joe Schaefer, I worked with Joe at John Carroll. He's a dear friend, but the big thing he taught me was always be able to explain the why. And it's something that I, as a young coach, didn't always do. When you want young people or coworkers or anyone to understand what you're doing or why you have this idea, be able to explain the why and how it can benefit everybody. And a lot more people are willing to say, you know what, let's give it a shot, right? And that's teaching, right? At the end of the day, it's not, okay, hey, it's because I said so. No, explain the why, and people will move mountains for you. And that's what, I owe Joe for that. He developed me as a coach in that way. Now, the big thing that I want to express again is just how excited, my family is and we are, to be here at this university, a tradition-rich university. I was a history major, so history is important to me. Honoring those who've come before us. We're about to be approaching our 100th season here of Moravian football, all right? I told the guys last night, there's so many programs that don't have that distinction to be a part of that history, and I'm so excited to help them, our current team, now carve their legacy into that tradition as we move forward into a new conference and get an opportunity to chase championships. The people at this university are what makes it special. That's the one thing that I've noticed, even when I was a student at the other school in the Valley, right? I've never met a Moravian alum that said they regretted their time here, and that's special, you know what I mean? And really the passion and love that the staff, the faculty, the students, the alumni have for this university, it makes it exciting to be a part of it, and really, when we can all pull in that same direction, we can do some great things, okay? I know the first question will be, hey, you're a first-time head coach. Why? Why now? That tradition, the bright people, but at a place that, really values, quite frankly, that tradition and the education piece. That's important. You can have the best of both worlds here. You can get an elite education, and we're going to play championship football on top of it, and that's really exciting. And a chance to teach and lead a group of young people that we're going to try and get them to reach their full potential on and off the field. That challenge will be wherever there is coaching to do, but I'm excited to take that on here. We want to build meaningful relationships together, impactful relationships with our young people, in the recruiting process, our current athletes, right, our alumni. We want the relationships to mean something. It's not surface encounters. It's got to be meaningful with our campus community. I said in the interview process, like in this first month that I'm here, if I haven't had a cup of coffee with you yet, it's going to come the next day. And I'm going to be there. We got to talk. We got to understand, okay, what are our missions? What are our goals? How do we help each other get there? The local community as well. The last time, I was at Rocco Calvo Field was my freshman year of college. And that was the last time Moravian had beaten Muhlenberg. And the reason I bring it up, though, is because I remember that atmosphere more than any other game that I've been a part of as a player. And it stuck with me. And that was because the local community, not just the campus community, is invested in this place, and they love the tradition here. And I'm excited to help continue to grow that and bring that back, right? And the high school coaches in the Valley, that's real special to me to build those relationships. I've had them since I was in college. I was lucky enough to forge those relationships. I student taught at Parkland High School, Whitehall Copley Middle School. I coached at Emmaus. That's great for me to, I've already got a bunch of phone calls and texts. Everybody's excited to, have me back in the Valley, but to rekindle those as well as expand them in New Jersey, Maryland, different places. But it's important to build those real relationships. We want to build the leaders of tomorrow, right? That's part of the, what we do here at Moravian, transformational leaders. And that's football. That's my job. Our job, is to create leaders. We want team captains. We want people that are going to not flinch in a time of crisis, right? Because adversity is going to come up. That's what we're looking for. And the exciting part, again, is the quality of young people that are on that roster currently. That was another thing that drew me to this place. So that's very exciting. We'll compete in everything we do. We have to attack the little things. It's a process. It's a process. I know that gets overused sometimes, but it's the truth. We'll have goals that we will create together, but at the end of the day, it's attacking the little things. Because at the end, what I believe in is a competitive excellence. You're creating everyday habits that will lead you to success in life. And we're going to work on that every day. We're going to strain for that every day here in this program. The pillars of our program moving forward will be pride, poise, and toughness. I already talked to the guys last night, had our first team meeting, and there are three things that I really believe in. Pride, holding sacred the honor of representing Moravian. When you wear that Greyhound on your helmet or you have that Moravian across your chest, it's a privilege. Okay, it's not a right. We have to earn that every day, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, across campus, right, our social interactions. It is, a privilege, and we have to make sure we treat it as such. Everything we do has that pride. Put our name on it, that Moravian name, and then our name, okay? Poise, we will not flinch. Okay, the moment will never be too big because of our preparation. I talked to the guys last night. I have had success, as a team, right? It's always we because we prepared and we refuse to be outworked. And that'll be something that we continue here. And toughness. And toughness, everybody thinks football, it's like, oh, who's got the biggest hit, right? Who's the person that's going to, make the big tackle? At the end of the day, though, toughness, in my career I've learned is doing the right thing when the wrong thing would be easier. That's toughness. So it's really easy for a defensive lineman. Okay, we'll talk a little football, right? It's a football press conference. So, defensive lineman gets a kick out. He just throws his shoulder in instead of getting inside, attacking it with hands, and making the ball bounce to the outside. It's really easy to not do his job, right? But when he does his job, great things can happen. You can make a play. It's really easy to have a great workout at 7 a.m. with Coach Long, Tom Long, our strength coach, get a great breakfast, and then skip your 9 o'clock class and go back to bed because you just crushed it in the morning, but you're tired. But it's a tough guy, the tough student athlete, does all that, and then is sitting in the front row of that 9 a.m. class, right? That's what toughness will be defined in our program, and that will be the three pillars that we build it on. You will see from Greyhound football, fanatical effort and finish. On the field, the casual observer will step back and say, wow, they play this game hard. They play it the right way. We will attack the fundamentals in everything we do and understand that preparation is paramount, right? You guys already heard it last night. Our players in the back, they hear it. You're going to keep hearing it. It's the truth, okay? Give me 7 days, right, to chop down the biggest tree in the valley. We're going to spend the first 6 sharpening the axe. That's what it is, right? That's what it is. And team football, complementary football. All right, I'm a big believer in that situational awareness and understanding how each phase, offense, defense, special teams, hinges on one another. We are not separate entities. We are a team, and that is, quite frankly, something we will focus on a ton. so we can win and steal victories, right? Even when the odds are against you, you can still steal victory in this game. That's why it's great. And it's why it's only played once a week, right? Once a week, every Saturday for us. And we got to take those opportunities, all right? And the last thing you'll see is celebration of one another's success. It's built off of love for one another, and it starts now. Okay, coaches, players, alums, campus community. When we celebrate one another's success, we'll be dangerous. And by dangerous, I mean we can win a lot of ball games together. Okay, it's not about the individual. It's not about, did I get my touches or what happened in the game? Did I play well? It's did we play well? Did I do my part? Did I surrender myself to a cause greater than just me? And that's what's powerful about this game and why I love it so much. And I'm really excited to bring that passion and love here to Moravian and to be a part of this community as your head football coach. So, in closing, I am extremely humbled, honored, and excited to be your next head football coach and to lead our program to play championship football as we move forward. So thank you guys very much.
Great job, and I'm ready to go. Anybody? I'm ready to practice right now. I'll tell you right. So I don't know if I want to actually compete with some of these boys in the back, but we are so excited for you, Jeff, and excited to have you join our department and our coaches. We have a great staff, and I think you're going to be a great addition. Welcome to your family. Hopefully get to know you as well. And I think the couple of the guys that are here, you're in great hands, and we're looking forward to it. That's the end of our conference. We have some coffee and a couple Moravian sugar cookies, and certainly stay and introduce yourself to Jeff, and thank you for coming. We're ready to roll with the new era. Thank you.